is asking for advice. I'll read it again. She said, I lost my husband last year. Finally, I found a man to marry me, but wasn't he wasn't but my but want my children to have his surname instead of my late husband's surname. Actually, I'm excited. At last, I found someone who accepted me, even though I have kids. A very successful and wealthy man who makes sure I and my children lack nothing. I should be completely honest, this man showed me more love and care compared to my late husband. Truth is, I feel more comfortable in his hands. He's so romantic. He even opened up a supermarket for me because he doesn't want me to stress. He's always spoiling me with gifts, an experience I never had with my late husband. Honestly, it's a whole new experience for me, and I can't pretend it doesn't feel so good. It doesn't even end there. The best part is he has proposed to me, and I said yes. But the same time, but at the same time, I'm left confused and disturbed on the fact that he asked me to marry. He asked to marry me on the condition that we remove my late husband's name from my children's name and replace it with his. I have tried to ask him, I have tried asking him to wait so I may consult my family first because my late husband had fully paid my dowry, but he insists we shouldn't inform them since he already has people in the government who can quickly switch the name smoothly without any delays. Actually, I don't know what else to do about this, but if I'm to be sincere with my feelings, I would say that I would say that I do not want to lose this man. I'm already 33, making it was a widow with three children, a girl age 4 and two girls and two twin or 2-year-old twin boys. Just what if I don't find another man to marry me? I'm still a young woman who also deserves a sweet love life like my mates. Besides, I believe switching these names isn't really much of a big deal since my kids are still very tender. Instead, I believe it will make me much easy. It will make it more easier for him to play a father figure. Plus, we are getting married soon, so as to make one big family. Please help. Okay, so it was a story of a lady who is she's already afraid of the fact that she's a single mom, and the society that we're in, the single mom are just being labeled somehow. Um, most mothers don't want their son to marry a single mom. uh it's also with the attachment of the fact that maybe the parent of their late husband will start disturbing them, or the parent, or the guy from the exes could be disturbing them because of the children they have in common. Some people don't want that baggages, but also the same parent that don't want their sons to marry a single mother also want their own daughter who is a single mom to find love. You see how life is. So we only want to pick it when it's suitable to us, when it favors us. And this woman already have that fear of, I already have three children. Who will marry me? Yeah, even the society will be telling her, oh, who is going to marry you? So just be looking out for a married man that want to marry you, because they don't expect that a single man, they won't expect that a single man will come their way. So the fear of, I don't want to be get old, and bear in mind as well that women, their timing is quite different. Some people can stay up to 45, 50, and they can still give birth, but some in their late 30s, they're already they're struggling, um also the fact that she had to look after the children alone. She says she would like to have a father figure for her children, which is very important. She can't do everything by herself. But the question here is, why does this man want her to change the children's surname to his? And you know what? He wants it very, very fast. He wants it very fast. He wants it to be done fast. The essence that the lady was saying, she would like to consult her parent, the father. Her late husband paid dowry. So, I think from Yibo's culture also, they will need to return the dowry. They will need to return the dowry back um our late husband's family, that we're returning this dowry and our daughters are free to mingle. When I mean to mingle, mean that she can now find or attend to suitors. She can accept someone else to marry her. So the man wouldn't allow that. What are you suspecting? I'm suspecting something. Is the man okay? Is he okay health wise? Is there something the man is hiding? Is he hiding something? Can he perform well in the other room? Because some people have already used maybe they've sacrificed something in the past. Some did not know it's going to lead to this, but maybe they when they were in school, but now realize that what that sacrifice I made those times, that time would prevent me from fathering a child. Some has had an accident, and their doctor already told them, what, this is what we come. This is the outcome of this accident. You won't be able to produce or something. But they feel that if they disclose this to a woman, the woman will run. So best bet is also to use style to get a woman who is either pregnant, a woman who is, or a woman who already has children, um, knowing that this man is also wealthy. So with everything this woman was explaining, it shows that the man, he hasn't really shown his true color, because she said the man pampers her, the man show her this, he even got to a stage where she was comparing the man to her late husband. Some people will say money misroad. When you haven't been shown love before, or you haven't been in such money before, you find it, you get to that stage where comparison will set in. Of course, no one would like the fact that she was comparing the man to her late husband. But we don't know how patient this man is. And now that you said the man wants you to change the surname, I feel it's too early, and it's too. Why is he so in a hurry? Is something wrong? Have you guys gone for a medical checkup to know if he's fine? But if he's not fine health wise, maybe he has issue that he can't father a child. At least you both know that, oh, it's because he can't do it. So if you're doing it, you agree to allow him have the children change to his surname. At least you guys know what you guys is better that you know than to not know anything. You're just in between. You're left in the dark. When those children go to a stage, what would you tell them? What if something happens to this man tomorrow after you've changed their name, your children's surname to his? Maybe the man doesn't want his well to go to just anyhow people. At least if they see that he has children, I don't know. I don't know. But I know there's something the man is not telling you. This is what you need to know. And also to remind you that, the man is not showing you his true color yet, because of his demand. Is trying to pamper you, so you could, when you water a place, he wants to pamper you so you could agree to his terms. And once it's changed, you can't have it back. Of course, if you have money, but if he's wealthy enough, he can beat you to it. Before you start saying you want to sue, you want to do DNA, you want to do that one, you don't know what's going to happen. So I advise that you don't just leave it to you and him alone. Seek professional help. Lego one, the one that is going to make you guys maybe sign a paper, do something, and you need to sit him down. Maybe when you guys are in your bedroom, doing your bedroom talk, because from what you're saying, I don't think you guys has had bedroom dance, which is, if you haven't, all good. So you don't know, maybe you know how maybe you can do, so some people can do, it's just that what they are doing cannot produce. They cannot they can't fertilize your egg. So therefore you need to be sure that this man isn't what we thought. And it's not like he also needs children for something else in future. We don't know. He might have plan for the next 3-4 years. So something is just happening. But I mean it that there's something fishing. There's something the man is not telling you. Don't just jump into his offer and feel like, oh, because you're a single mom. And I know the stress of single moms, how single mom are being, they all have the fear that who is going to marry me with 3 children. Of course, if a single man is coming and he's not married, he hasn't married before, and he's already taking someone who has 3 children, so they will only have 1 or 2 children. That's if they can afford it, because it's not easy. So it's a lot. Some people, some love you, but is the are they capable enough to face, to handle the responsibilities, the baggages that you have? And some men would decide that, well, I'll walk away. I've got a guy who also said he met a lady who was pregnant. And the lady said to him that she's expecting a twin. And he was thinking to himself, if I start having 2 children to deal with, when are we going to have ours? Would there not be a problem? And the guy is the only son. You see, he also think, oh, I need to also try and have my own children. So he said he had to let the lady go. Though nice lady, but it's not something he can handle. That the baggages would be too much for him. Just a few months they already were mingling with each other. He knows how it was on him financially, that he's going to mess up his head, and they will end up resenting each other. So I think, to me, it took the wise would I say way or advice of walking away. He said it was something that they discussed, and he wouldn't want to put himself through, and they start doing bad boosts in the house. And that's what led some men into this kind of marriage, and they start having children. Some will even say, you know what, I'm not going to let anyone knows that I'm not their father. But the life issue happens, and they start giving themselves some words. So to me, he said, no, don't, except it tells you, open up to you, then you can now agree on what you think you should do. Nevertheless, I'm going to say, what if he decide to open up and say, oh, I've got issues, medical issues that I was told a few months ago, a few years ago, and I don't want anyone to mock me. So I just feel it's best that I'm lucky to find you, and the children, I can father the children since I'm financially okay. Also, you need to also find out how he got into his wealth. How did the money come? Is it from a rich family? Is it that hardworking? When did he come into the limelight, or when did the money start flowing in? What's happening? You need to know a little bit of source of his income, because if you don't know, you might be the one to sacrifice for his. If the demand for something that he cannot produce, you might be the one to suffer, and you can't help yourself. There's a lot of lesson to learn here. I'm going to read some people's comments. Somebody said, find out if he's impotent, because I don't understand all this. Why can't he just be the father he wants to be, whether they bear his name or not? They will still still see him as the father. Exactly. They will still see him as the father if he treats them well and they grow up. The children are still very young, so they will grow up to know him as the only father. Even when they are graduating or they're having any special day, they will still say that he was the father they never knew. Their father that passed on early, that he obviously fit in very well and took the role well. He's the only one they will grow up to know as a father. Another person say that's in our culture. Once marriage ends, it's mandatory for children to stay in the parental side to avoid story that touched her. Yeah, some people decide that they do say that once they separate their ways, they should go to their parents' side, especially when the man is when the man pass on, they want the children to stay with his family so that they don't or kind of tamper with the children, blinded by love, fantasizes, and so many sweet things that people is just using those things to attract you. So when you fall in love, because they look at your story and your background, they know that he knows that you haven't tasted money, things that so he's trying to impress you. So you will have it at the back of your mind that your children are not going to suffer. But you know what? Once everything is done, you will be surprised the way it's going to change. You might not be able to cope. um when issue gets complicated, ask the Lord what he wants you to do, because he was an he as we as human may lead you astray. We answer based on our knowledge, but God answer because he knows all. Mhm. And another point I want to bring out that is that um I think it's not too you're not too late. It's 33, you're just 33, like you said, 33, 35. I think 1 year is too early, but some people will say, who am I to judge when the person should move on? Because you've got children. So you've got a lot to think of. If that man has opened a supermarket for you, like you said, why don't you give him thank him and make sure you utilize that opportunity to make that supermarket great. So if you say no, see, in few months, you say you propose, you've already said yes. It's the changing of the name. Then you said yes, just tell him you're not signing anything for now. You should give you an extra 5 years that you want those children to get to certain age. Oh, yeah, just tell him that, and it should give you reason why it needs everything change as well. I feel 1 year is too early, really, because you're not healed yet. Um, I think I would like to end it here so that it's not too long. Of course, I think the first 10 minutes I was ranting by myself, not knowing that it wasn't audible. Thank you, everyone. Let me know what you think in the comment section about this lady. I'm just gonna recap again about the story. She's a young single lady. She's 33. She has three children, a girl, age 4, and twin which are boys. And her husband passed on last year, so she's just a young widower. And she met a man who is wealthy enough, and the man is ready to marry her. But the man is giving her the man has proposed, really. The man opened a supermarket for her. The man has been pampering her, showing her love to the extent that she had to compare her late husband to this man. She said the man is romantic, and the man does everything perfectly. Since the man has proposed to her and she said yes, now the proposal from the man is with the condition that she changes her children's name to his name. So the man doesn't want our children to bear their real father's name. So they want to erase the late husband's name from the children's distance, and the man is ready to do it ASAP. So she needs advice, and I'm advising that she should seek legal advice on if she wants to go ahead, because we don't know the motive behind this man's kindness. We don't know the motive behind this man wanting the children's name to be changed to is ASAP. It can be the father, it can play the father figure for the children without the name being changed. In fact, the children can also change the name at a certain age where they feel this is the man we grew up to know as a father, and yes, we bear his name. There's a lot into this, and I was also talking about is the family, our late husband's family, that they will need to return the dowry, also to maybe free her. There's a lot that needs to come in play. But why is this man in a hurry? I feel there's more to it than meet it high. So yeah, that's the story so far. Let me know what you think in the comment section. What are your advice? Hi Kashi, hi. Sorry, I didn't even know someone was here. Better maybe the man cannot do. Exactly. So maybe the man has a medical issue that is not disclosing right now. And some who don't want to tell, maybe they've told a couple of people and he isn't working. And when I mean isn't working, like the lady they will pick race. Some can do the do, but the dude cannot produce, cannot fertilize. So he might feel that if I tell her, she won't want to stay. And they will look for someone who is in need of, this kind of father figure for their children, and if think you fit into the slot. Yeah, that's it. I'm not mocking the man. I am not God. I cannot create. Anyone can be in any position or situation. Kindness is very important, but also we need to be wise in making some decision. While you are being kind to people, it doesn't mean that you need to you need to close your eyes. Don't be blinded by someone's um, sudden kindness when you don't even know the person from the onset as well. It's good to show kindness. I preach kindness, like you don't have to know the person before you show kindness, but kindness has different ways of how it's being done. What some people's kindness are, they want something in return. If you they want kindness in return, it's the kindness that you can offer. But what if that what their demand is not what is you can do? I think you might need to ask questions. Like I said, you might need to seek professional advice before you sell yourself out or regret what you wouldn't like. And don't forget, the people from the village, they might not have legal power, but they have their cultural power, which they can start going after you. So please take it through your family and maybe your late husband's family as well before you take decision in changing the children's surname. Except they left the children for you and they just can't be bothered with anything. So maybe any decision you take is solely up to you. But don't be in a hurry just because you're 33 and you already have 3 children. Someone might still come your way that will not be demanding for this. You might be the one even wanting to change the children's name to ease without the person asking. So I wish you all the best in your decision making, and I hope that the decision you will make is going to be favorable to those children that you're bringing up. So don't just think of yourself right now alone. Think of the children's future, what's going to happen, and all that. All the best. Thank you, everyone. If you've watched up to this stage, when you will watch later, please don't forget to let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. Thank you, and I'll see you in my next one. Take care. Bye bye.